There's a big difference between someone who launches something and someone who builds momentum before they launch. The first one makes a little bit of noise, but the second one makes waves. Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to Be Life Changers. I'm your host, Kathy Coates, and today's episode's a little different. I've got something top secret brewing in the scenes, and if you were at Vendor Biz or Shop and Brews, you might even have a clue. And in fact, if you've watched some of the podcasts, you've gotten clues all the way along. So we've been teasing you guys for a while, so I'm going to show you the top secret. A lot of people have got to peek inside and see what it is, and the big reveal will be coming at our Friendsgiving event on November 16th. And don't worry, if you don't live in Kansas City and can't make it, we'll have it on film so you can see it. So you can see the big reveal too. So I am right here at JT Visuals again, recording our next episode. And as you see, it is gorgeous here. And they always are so welcoming and have everything ready for me. It is so nice being a mom and a wife and, mompreneur, as you might say, being able to come in, record your podcast, and walk away, and it's completely done. So I'm telling you, JT Visuals is definitely more than meets the eye. Now, after this message from Jared, you're going to get to see his live reaction to the top secret.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but what if you didn't have to hunt for your next client? What if there's a way that you could spend less than 3 hours per month, even as a busy entrepreneur, and start attracting your ideal clients so that they come to you rather than you have to always go to them? You could be the best of your industry, but we want to make you the best known. And you can get started on this for free on our website. Go to jtvisuals.com and look for our ideal client profile generator. We've trained AI to come up with who you should reach out to and who you need to become to be that go-to expert of your industry and city. So what are you waiting for? Go to jtvisuals.com. That's jtvsuals.com, jtvsuals.com, and get started today.
Okay, so I have been working on something, right?
Yeah.
And we weren't going to delay it. We weren't going to put it off.
Okay.
But it's top secret.
Ooh, not bottom secret. It's top.
Not bottom secrets, but top secret. And so we're leading up to our event. We have Friendsgiving on November 16th. And that's when we'll do the big reveal. So only certain people get to see what it really is.
Ooh, I'm honored. This is cool.
So here it is. So I'm going to give you the top secret.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
So take a peek.
And not
because
pull
we're
it
going to
out?
have to blank this out in a minute and not really don't pull it all the way out. You get to pull it all the way out in a minute when we're off the air. But you can Yeah, so yeah.
Yes. Nice. Here. Come look at this.
I can't wait till all of you get to see it.
Ooh,
but
pretty.
Right now it's top secret.
And now back to the show.
Okay, well, I thought it was fun seeing Jared's reaction, that is for sure. And that's what's so fun about this all, is that, we're excited about what's about to come, and we get to share it with you. And so it's fun to get people's reaction one by one. And in fact, just like I said a little bit earlier, there is clues, guys, to what is coming. Like if you've been watching some of the past podcasts, you're going to hear about something that I really like to do. And so that just might be a clue. And then if you were at our Vendor Biz event that we had recently, our Vendor Biz workshop, you actually got to see the whole reveal early. So we are wanting you to guess what you think is inside the top secret package, okay? So if you're on YouTube, you can comment below and let us know some ideas. What do you think's inside of here? What do you think is coming? And because we want to know, inquiry minds want to know, and I want to know what you think is coming from me. So why in the world am I doing an episode on top secret? The key message is curiosity and excitement are powerful tools in business, building anticipation before you launch. So we're going to talk about launching that new sale, launching that new product that you might have, or that new service, or whatever else that might be coming along. It's fun to build the excitement with people who buy from you, your audience, your friends, your family. It's so fun to see their reaction and build that excitement. Take your thoughts, your dreams, your vision into action. Taking what you've been wanting to do and make a plan and just do it. Sometimes we can just sit there and wait so long with an idea in our head and not taking it into action. Next thing you know, you look up and it's a year later. I mean, that's happened to me I don't know how many times. Like I've told you, if it wasn't for Michelle kicking me out the boat, I probably would have still been thinking about KC women's events and all the things that had to be perfect to get it into action. But I'm glad that sometimes it takes a friend to say, hey, let's get this together. And that's just exactly how it was with this too. It was something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And it took my friends, Monique and Ann, to say, hey, Kathy, it's time to put that into action. And having those people step in and give you help, don't always think you have to do it all by yourself. The power of collaboration is so important. Take the gifts of other people and add it to your gifts, and it is a powerhouse what can come about. Really, we're all to be together and work and collaborate together. So think about that idea that you've been putting off. Think about whether it's a product that you've wanted to make or if it's a service that you're going to provide. What is it that you've been putting off? And let's put it into action. So when you come up with that idea and you're ready to put it into action, there's some things that you want to take into consideration and do before you launch your product or service. First of all, think about the things that you don't forget about online. When you see a new product come out or hear people talking about something and everybody gets excited, start thinking about what made you stop, scrolling, what caught your attention, like what made you stop and want to go buy that product. I always say that's the first thing to do. Or that service, what makes you need it? Because again, you want to build that anticipation for that. You want the power of the build. There's a big difference between someone who launches something and someone who builds momentum before they launch. The first one makes a little bit of noise, but the second one makes waves. And you want to make waves. You want something that's going to be contagious. That's why sometimes you see one person come up with an idea and you'll see them get ready to launch it, say it's a workshop. And it could be about the very same workshop that you're getting ready to put out. But, it gets a little traction, but didn't make too many waves. It's about building and grabbing their attention, getting something that can be contagious. So when you're talking about building the excitement, when you're talking about the FOMO and all the things that come before you launch a product, remember, you have to be real. You have to be authentic. Be yourself. Don't just think you have to do it just like the other person does, or that your product isn't as good as theirs. Those things get in your head. You just want to be exciting. Just do something fun, like Top Secret. It's nothing, that big, but it's fun. It builds excitement. It lets people know how important they are, because they are. People don't buy products. They buy connection, excitement, and meaning. Seth Goodwin says that, and I love that quote because it's the truth. It's about connection. People want to be connected with you. As much as you may not want to show your face online, it's super important. And that's one thing I had to get over. I didn't like having a lot of pictures taken of me. In fact, I like to be behind the scenes. It was pretty, I know, It's probably kind of hard to tell now, but it was easier for me to be behind the scenes. I wanted to be the one that come in and decorated for the event and leave, or, give everybody else kudos. I love building everybody up. That's my gift. I love doing that. But it was hard for me to come in front of the camera. But again, I had to realize I had to build a connection with you, or you wouldn't be buying my stuff, or even want to be around me, or even see or watch my podcast. It wouldn't make much sense. So I just decided to be myself. I am who I am. I may make mistakes, and it doesn't matter. You have to get out there and do it. Just like this podcast. There's some of them that come very easy to me, and others that are like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm sitting here in front of a camera, right? It's kind of scary. But you know what? You have to do it anyway, because if you don't, you'll never know. And then you're going to have a life full of regrets, and nobody wants to do that. So here's just a few little tips that I have to say help when you're getting ready to launch something. You show up online before your product or your service is ready and talk about your journey. It's super important that people know. Just like this thing that's in this top secret, I have been wanting to do it for years. I have kept notes. I have wrote things down. I prayed over it. And then I was like, well, that's not exactly how I want it. And then I would change it. And then, oh no, that's not exactly how I'd want it. And I was so busy running my business with other things that it would get put to the side. So that one thing I desired to make has been sitting on a shelf probably for a couple of years. I hate to admit it, but it's the truth. And so, you want to just get there and get ready for that journey. The second tip I would give is involve your audience in the process. Get them curious. Sometimes if you just put it out there on the shelf, they may not be as excited as you. Let them see your excitement. Let them know your passion and why it means so much to you. Because you know what? It probably means a lot to them too. They want to be involved and be a part of it. The next tip I would say is use visual behind-the-scene moments and storytelling to create your social currency. That's right. It's social currency. And so that is another thing that builds that excitement is the story behind it. So make sure you tell the story. It may not seem important to you. Like, I probably didn't think people cared that I love to do this so much, that this is what even brought Be Life Changers about. But you know what? I thought there's so many of them out there. Why would somebody buy mine? They could just go get the other one off the shelf. But you know what? I think someone's going to like mine. And so we're going to put it out there and give it a try. You never know until you do. And now for my final tip. Make people feel like insiders, like they're part of something special, because they are, just like you are right now, important to me. That's why I made Top Secret. That's why it's such a secret, because what's inside of this is my heart. I like it. You might know what it is and you might not. But go ahead, guess. I want you to be involved in it, and I hope you love it just as much as I do. I hope all the FOMO, I hope all the excitement of the secret envelope, the top secret, and you getting to see people's reaction has raised your curiosity, because contagious excitement builds community and sales before the product ever hits the table. And so that's what's important to me, is building community. You all know my heart. I love to bring people together, to collaborate, to bring community, to all have a lot of fun and see your product make it, see your service thrive. And so I hope by you seeing the before the scenes action of what we're getting ready to launch builds a little excitement with you too, and gives you some ideas of what you might be able to do as well. So friends, here's the challenge this week. Take one idea you've been sitting on and take the first step. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's registering the business name online. Maybe it's creating a mock-up, or maybe it's just telling someone your idea out loud. Just do it. You never know who's waiting to be blessed by what you're holding back. And as for the top secret reveal, well, You just have to wait until Friendsgiving on November 16th. If you were at Vendor Biz or Shop and Brews, you already know this one's worth the wait. Thanks for tuning in to Be Life Changers, where we help you grow in purpose, plan, in your business, and in life. Don't forget to follow, share, and tag me when you're chasing your dreams. And remember, every small step you take is part of your bigger purpose. See you at Friendsgiving, where we finally open and find out what's inside the envelope.